SwimOutlet.com delivers the best online shopping experience. With an extensive selection and the lowest prices, you're guaranteed to find the product you need. Here's what you get. Free shipping on all orders over $49. Free 1 to 2 day shipping on all orders over $99. All orders placed by 6 p.m. ship out the same day. Shop at SwimOutlet.com, the web's most popular swim shop.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Thursday, September 6, 2012. I'm your host, Jeff Cummings. The University of Michigan recently announced that its men's and women's swimming teams will be one combined team with Mike Bottom as head coach. With us today in the Phoenix Monitor is Josh White, who will be one of 2 associate head coaches, and he joins us now from Ann Arbor. Hey Josh, happy to see you again. How you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Doing all right, thanks. So how does it feel to be associate head coach?
It's a great honor that I'm really pleased to be able to represent the University of Michigan in whatever way I can. So we're excited to keep moving forward.
Now we got a lot of these associate head coaches jobs coming up around the country. What exactly does an associate head coach do?
Pretty similar things to an assistant coach, I think. Not too much different.
Well, that's good. Just a better name to go along with it.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. So, take me back to when you first wanted to be a swim coach. How old were you?
I was in college, actually. I've always been really lucky to have great mentors, and that started in college with my college coach at Kenyon, Jim Steen, and has continued through the years, and had the great opportunity to work with John Urbanchak and Mike, obviously, who's really been incredibly formative in my career and helping me learn how to be a better coach.
Well, if you want to have somebody to look up to for your, to want to be a coach, no, not many coaches can be better than Jim Steen, John Urbanchak, and Mike Bottom, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
So, what's it like working with Mike Bottom at Michigan?
It's great. I think Mike is, first and foremost, is a wonderful person, and he and I have become great friends. We have been very fortunate at Michigan to have a lot of resources, department that matches Mike's philosophy of really building well-rounded student athletes who are focused on academics and also becoming better people. And that's, I think, something I've really enjoyed working with Mike, because that really is his focus, is trying to get better in every aspect each day, and that's something I've really enjoyed. So.
And this is not your first time working with a combined team. You were also a coach at the combined programs at Pomona Pitzer. But this is a Division I scale. I would imagine maybe I wouldn't say the intensity is higher, but what do you see as the differences between your work with Pomona Pitzer and at Michigan now?
Well, I think the biggest thing is Mike's vision to run the programs basically in parallel, that the men and the women won't be training together directly, and that the combination is in the staff and the resources that we have to put together for each. I think that's a new concept that we're excited to work with and to do things a little bit differently. So that's going to be one of the biggest differences. We've had the opportunity to work with the women through the summer, and had great experiences with them, a wonderful group of young women who are excited to move forward and keep trying to get better.
The men's team finished in the top 10 at the NCAAs this past March. The women not doing as well as they used to. What's going to be the key to kind of getting these teams back in balance?
Well, I think culture and recruiting. Establishing, just the empowerment that Mike brings to every group that he works with, and with the resources that Michigan has to devote to their teams. We have a lot of opportunities to hopefully bring in some great athletes and start with the group that we have who have great leadership and continue to bring in some really good athletes that will help the team improve as well.
Well, we know a lot about some of the top guys on your team. Obviously, Connor Yeager made the Olympic team, Sean Ryan, national champion, Kyle Whitaker, national finalist, and the list goes on and on. Tell us about some of the girls that we could see making a big jump this season.
Well, I think we've got just a great group of all-around women. I wouldn't want to single anyone out because I think that's really the goal. Michigan, at its heart, is based around Bo Schembechler's idea of the team, the team, the team. And that's what our women will need to get forward, is that sense of team. So I don't want to single anybody out, but there are definitely some women in there that could make an impact.
And that's a good idea in theory, but with swimming being such an individual sport, how do you keep that team aspect going throughout the whole season?
Well, really, I think that's been one of the strengths of our groups. Is if you look at Connor Yeager's success, he would be the first one to tell you that Sean Ryan and Ryan Feely and the whole distance group, as well as the team as a whole, made a huge impact on that. And they support one another in success and failure, and they're competitive with one another and help drive one another. But what it comes back down to is they're always rooting for one another's success, and it's a great thing to be associated with. So it's an exciting thing.
Yeah, let's talk about Connor a little bit. He got to go to the Olympics, swam the 1500, got a second swim, got to swim in finals. And I understand you were there giving him some guidance. What was it like to be there to see all that happen?
Amazing. I mean, amazing. That's the only thing I can say. I think back to 4 years ago before I came to Michigan, and at the time I probably would have never envisioned even being a spectator at the Olympics. So having the opportunity to go and work with Mike there and Connor and our group of post-grads and Mark Hill was a dream come true.
Yeah, tell us about how you were able to work with your post-grads as well. I know Miller Cabbage, Wu Peng were just some of them. What's it like to balance with all those? Because they all swim for different countries. I mean, you can't obviously, devote so much time to just one of them.
Right. I think we were lucky to have, most of them are from relatively small countries, and we were lucky to have the opportunity afforded to us by the countries to work with them without, at the same time, being sensitive to the schedules of the other countries. So.
Yeah, it just must have been a thrill to have your first coaching experience be one where you're guiding a lot of swimmers into the finals.
Yeah, it was amazing, and Mike told me 4 years ago that his goal was to help bring me to the Olympics with him, and I was really lucky to be able to realize that.
And along the way, you got a doctor added to the front of your name, your Dr. Josh White. What did you get your doctorate in?
Human performance. I worked at the Councilman Center for the Science of Swimming with Dr. Joel Stager, and that was amazing because it was a very practical application of everything that I got to learn directly towards swimming. And Dr. Stager is a great coach in his own right, and I had a real pleasure studying with him and learning from him.
Well, it's definitely, I'm sure you're going to be applying that to every workout you do there with the Wolverines, Josh. Thanks so much for joining us today. Congratulations on your success at the Olympics, getting guys in the finals, and we're looking forward to seeing how the combined team does this season.
Great. Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to be on the show.
It's always our pleasure, Josh. Thanks a lot. All right, so that's Josh White joining us today on the Morning Swim Show, and that's going to do it for today's show. I'm Jeff Cummings. Thanks for watching.